Yeah, honestly, I think it's I think Rosalina at the highest level in this game is actually really fun to watch, which is hopefully what we get out of this here. And this is actually a pretty good stage for that that playstyle we were talking about. With no platforms, it's all based on neutral game. It's who can outbox each like the other one, and can you navigate past Luma? Because once you get past Luma, it's gonna be a field day for eMass once it gets a hold of Homika.
Oh yeah, it's just a matter of getting in there. We already saw the spacing here with the Luma trying to create that pressure, and again, it's like a really awkward 2v1. I do like that up throw and just kind of getting in there, you know, just trying to create some space. They're definitely trying to play into Luma, and eMass just saying, get that little star out of here. I don't want to deal with that no more. But we got Arsene trying to even things up here a little bit, gets to 2v2 into the 2v1 in their favor now. His dad is out to play.
Using these side Bs is so good too, because you constantly check, and then the up B to high recovery to try and mix up eMass, hopefully to make him think I'm not going to ledge, but that was very easily reactable from eMass to take that out. So that's invincible on setup, so you got to be careful with going down there for the downer. I think that he assumed he was going to have tether because he was really low on the Arsene meter.
Yeah, I mean, he still found a way back to stage. Ooh, Homika definitely trying to get out there, create a little bit of hassle, a little bit of havoc. Wasn't able to get it done, and yeah, to get a good fight right back in the stage, playing a little bit of neutral here. Ooh, gets to grab immediately. And usually when you're in grab, you got to be careful because of situations like that. Luma is still active.
Luma always has your back, like every single time. You have to, if you get into a scrap, Luma is there for you every time. Does not back down. But like the way that I actually really like the way Homika plays, because I was expecting gameplay wise you need to camp a bit, but Homika, that was the right option there. Hold shield, wait, let Luma take the hit. But Homika is always setting up a combo follow up with Luma skip. And we saw that earlier with the air dodge read as well off of the up throw. I think we're going to see some really big setups because he's trying to condition eMass not to air dodge there so he can get a free jump read.
Dude, I do like that. They knocked Homika off stage, right? Then just hit Luma, just sending Luma off. You can't really recover Luma at that point. And then just a little, you know, a little down gun, just to try to create a little bit of hassle for Homika to get back to stage. They're doing a fantastic job, really kind of just tearing them apart at the moment. And I think, oh, see right there. See, you've got the two of them separated. It's just like when you're fighting Nana. If Nana's alone, hit Nana, get them out of the way. That was a beautiful setup. Not quite gonna be able to take the stock, but that back air is certainly being used to the best of its ability. Oh!
Oh, that was actually really good. Getting the timing on that. That forces, once again, another low recovery. The aggressive down air from stage. Like, they're just trying to make sure eMass doesn't feel comfortable getting free ledge shots. But eMass is reading these rolls so often. It is a fakery. It is time. He is getting so many of them in a row. That's actually really bad because Homika needs those desyncs to rolls to get free, like, get free defensive position on stage. And it's not working. eMass is seeing through it.
I want to start keeping count of how many Luma stocks eMass has taken so far, because they are on a massacre against the stars at the moment. This is looking a little crazy.
Like some OG right now, just like sitting there right on top of Spawn. Like, yep, okay, goodbye. Actually, no, we were talking about the 2v1. This is essentially a 2v2 match going on right now anyways between these two. You're right. Look, like, I think the big telltale sign of the way that this is going is just eMass's ability to constantly see where the desync Luma is going and get rid of it immediately.
Yeah, no, it's definitely a huge factor, and I think it's something that more people need to recognize. I mean, I know Rosalina isn't exactly a character you can just go and get practice against, right? But it seems like eMass definitely recognizes their matchup and their game plan against this character and knows how to play it the way they need to. That was an unfortunate tether cancel there. I don't know what happened.
Honestly, I don't even think that was so much an SD, more that like Homika put himself in position where we were talking about that downer. That downer beats out tether every time. So he just body blocked him to the point where eMass had to wait too long, and he was just, it was a little bit too far. But I think even if he went early, Homika had that stock. So, however, 120% though, this is still looking incredibly good for eMass, because by the time Homika gets him to kill percent, he's gonna have Arsene.
Ooh. There we go. I mean, we're already halfway there. 13% too. All right, there we go. Oh, see, they forward tilt. They got the first hit in the forward tilt on the Luma, but we saw Homika recognizing, you know, what eMass's game plan has been so far, and you know, called the Luma right back to them so they would have it ready to go as they get back to the stage. But this is starting to get a little nerve-wracking. Nothing too crazy, but Homika could certainly put down the power and enough damage here to create a problem. And there goes forward smash.
Damn, that was really, Let's get rid of him real quick. That forward there should take it out here. Yes, it is. That is eMass taking game number 1 here on FD. So FD seemed like a good idea in a nutshell because that forces the approach out of eMass. But eMass reacted very well to all of the desyncs from Luma, shut that down with the quickness. And we saw there too at the end of the game, Homika had a lot of really good desync down smashes that happened off the new buff. So if we could see more of that, I think he could get himself somewhere, but I think we need platforms immediately. Like, there was, sure, Joker gets some more coverage, but you need to get more tech chases because you didn't get too many of them on FD that you were looking for. Granted, it got the last stock, but it was mostly while you were behind.
It's funny because the whole time you were talking, one of the casters was talking the entire time too.
What happened to you? Like I've been like cracking up because like you've basically been Fauster this whole time.
Oh, you're Fauster now. You're Fauster now. I'm dealing.
No, Fauster, please stand up.
No, seriously. Okay, but as we get into the next game here, eMass sitting pretty, looking like they have this matchup really just ready to go. They know how to play it, and we're going to be getting into this game too. There we go.
Get to this game too. There we are. we heard it. All right, now Joker trying to take him to school real quick, changing up the costume, but we're not changing up the stage. So Homika feeling comfortable still here with FD, not really liking the idea behind going to a platform-based stage, and it could come to cost him because he's constantly losing these Lumas, but we'll see if he saw something that's gonna work out for him. But so far, he's not taking a single hit.
Yeah, no, this is honestly, I mean, this is kind of what happened last time, too. We saw Homika build up some good damage, right? And it was really just a matter of eMass just kind of getting their first, opening to just really start taking advantage of the stuff here. But it seems like Homika is definitely playing this a little more slowly, not trying to push things a little more hard, definitely trying to dial it back here a little bit. So far seems to be working, but when Joker constantly gets into your face, eventually those game plans do start to fall apart sometimes.
Yeah, that's one of the biggest strengths of Joker. It's just like if you like lost the mini game of keeping me away, you're gonna have a bad time. But Homika has completely flipped the script. The entirety of that first game, most of the time after Luma was gone, he played within mid-range. Now he's just scrapping. Like, it's actually been pretty. This is not a character that thrives very well of boxing up close, and he's making it work with this stock lead.
Ooh. Okay, there we go. Gets that there, though. Starting to kind of open up Homika a little bit here, but 15% so far. You are down to stock. Great grab. All right. Goes for the back throw. Let's see if they can find something else out of this. No, Homika finding a way back down. Gets the back throw for themselves. They're just trying to put down some damage. They are doing a fantastic job. Really controlling the pace here, but that's another Luma down.
Yeah, simplicity is key. Oh, wow. The second hit of forward air not coming through that actually put Homika in ledge trap position, which is now giving him a free 58%. That should have been a stock in eMass's favor, and even with that back air in center stage, it's still not enough. This is looking really good.
Okay.
I spoke way too soon.
No, honestly, it's still really good. I respect what they were trying to go for there. It's just you misspaced it a little bit. But, like, we knew what they were going for. They were trying to get just the very last grab possible. Ooh, yeah, they're going to make it back. They got that tough. Okay.
Now, I thought he was going to get in position quick enough to get that downer, but Skip, so far, like, eMass has the ability to get back in, like, definitely because you have Arsene access, but the one thing that has happened consistently is, oh, wow, Homika wanted that roll read so bad. He is there waiting, but Homika has gotten eMass to kill percent with Arsene every time, so once he has to finally fight him, he has the opportunity on a mistake to get the kill, which he's going to die because he didn't get to get that, and he died at 97%.
Oh, no, that's not good. That was a huge turnaround. And this is why Arsene is such a big factor. Not only that, but you got the side B. I forget what the name is. I'm not going to try and pronounce it. But you got that ticked on to Rosalina there, ticking on a little bit more damage. You got a little bit of extra credit. 43, 40. Oh, my God. This continues to build up. Great gun usage so far. But so we're going to see Homika get the grab, just trying to control the stage once more. It's been working for them so far, but it seems like eMass starting to have it. Is really starting to figure out how they want to play around this.
Was that just like a layered bait? Now that was really good, like from eMass to react immediately to that beat. But Homika goes afterwards and gets him with a hit. However, deep off stage, forced to deal with the sledge trap. Back air is gonna be coming through, which means he's gonna read an up smash. No, instead goes for a down throw, gives up the neutral get up. This has been incredibly close. This is still very good for Homika. He misses the tech though on the down smash that would have gave him stage position, and eMass punishes it quickly and moves up 2 games.
Yeah, no, seriously. Hey, great stuff from eMass. That was actually fantastic. And we saw the gameplay adaptation from game 1 to game 2 for Homika, right? They started playing a little bit slower. They were taking more time to control the stage, you know, forcing eMass into certain positions. But then you saw the mid-game adaptation from eMass. You know, they started finding the openings. They started changing up their approach options and just really started exploiting a lot of, you know, Rosalina's weaknesses, being a tall character, being light, getting rid of Luma. And, I mean, that was a lot of stuff that was, you know, from game 1, but they changed up how they were doing it, and game 2 really made it their own. Fantastic stuff.
Yeah, you can see Homika definitely thinking really hard about what to do here, because the concept behind what he's trying to do was working for a bit, but it wasn't enough. And Joker will exploit that every time if you try to play the long game with him, because that just gives him more access to Arsene. So you can only camp him for so long. And it did work for a good while. He actually was beating him out on short hop. He had really good ledge traps, and he had really good edge guard. But at the end, it just came down to Arsene having significantly better kill options, and after he got caught in center stage, it worked out. But running it right back to FD, feeling comfortable in the pick. He did have a lot of changes that worked, but we're going to see eMass currently up 2 games in winter semis. See if Homika can do something to get back.
I mean, Homika's definitely trying to put in some work here. I think we might have seen, we should have seen a stage switch at some point. I mean, they're definitely clearly comfortable here. They think they know what to do, so I mean, I'm not going to tell them they're wrong, but I feel like, you know, the way that eMass has been adapting, especially on this stage, it might be time for something else. We got Daddy Arsene coming out here a little bit, and wow, they're going to be able to find their way back to stage after all that mess. And the side B as well. This is a tough spot to be in for Homika.
Yeah, your jump's gone, so you're forced to go to ledge. And even after missing that downer, because he dipped too low, he had enough time to react still with that ledge trap to get the KO.
There we go. We got the grab up air. Not going to be enough to take the stock. Arsene out for a little bit. Never mind. Arsene gone. All of a sudden, ooh, okay, that was weird.
It's actually really good because that covered quite a few options outside of like eMass just holding shield. But because of the late, like that change, the late hit up down smash plus just Luma coming through kind of caught him off guard. This is very doable. If you can get that up smash, instead gets a ledge trap. Does he go for a jump rate? He in fact just covers. It looked like he covered everything with that.
No, I mean, I do like the attempt, and obviously it makes sense, right? You know, you cover a little bit of high space. Joker's not necessarily tall, but they're a taller character than a good portion of the cast. But he just got up and immediately down tilted, right? It's the one spot that Homika wasn't covering. That was actually just really, really smart from eMass. But eMass trying to find a way back to stage here. Again, finds it back. 146, though. They could be losing it. That up smash you tried calling out earlier is not going to be able to take it. They're not going to hit.
That was really good, too, because Homika hadn't gone for a grab in that spot at all prior to that. So the idea of having to jump there was pretty good. But 80%, stop being in front of eMass. I don't know what else to say, because he has reacted to that every single time. It worked one time where he got a trade off with Luma, but it's usually cost him. Now Homika just needs to get this ledge trap, but 173, I think maybe a throw at ledge will KO at this point, but that's if he can find it. Down smash finally finds it.
There we go, man. Finally just getting that stock out of there. 182 and the Luma gone as well, man. eMass has at least killed 30 Lumas in this set so far.
No, this is not okay. We need to have a chat afterwards. These Lumas did nothing wrong other than exist to just kind of cheat the system. Actually, you know what? Never mind. Yeah, they're a big problem. But he's doing it properly, though. Like, it's exactly like you said before. It's the same as the Ice Climbers. If you see Luma on stage and you don't deal with it, you're doing it wrong.
Ooh, okay, there we go. He did get the Luma, but it's one of those situations where maybe you're better off prioritizing the bigger body character, the one that, you know, when they lose a stock actually counts, but does get the up smash. And yeah, what I do really like, though, is we just saw it about 20 seconds ago. eMass just kind of staying about, you know, a set distance away, just kept using that gun. I mean, what can Homika actually do besides engage? They would have to engage at that point. They got Luma in there a little bit, did a little bit of damage, but eMass just building up damage on their own and just extending their lead further.
Exactly, because gravitational pull does nothing there. It's like if you're doing gravitational pull to the guns, he's gonna react to that afterwards and get in for free. Homika actually has to get in now with Rosa and box, which is not her best thing. She doesn't have really good burst options, and now Luma's gone, and the stock is also gone. the angle a little bit too far for him to get that up B to snap the ledge, and eMass moves himself into a very common position he's used to, that winner's finals, but this time it's with 3-0.
Oh man, dude, that was just a fantastic performance from eMass. That was so huge. Like, they were so good throughout this entire thing. Homika had some great adaptations, right? I do think after game 2, right, we saw those adaptations at the beginning where eMass started, you know, hey, he figured out the game plan, what he wanted to do afterwards. I think game 3 should have 100% been a different stage. I think that was a mistake. But you know what? I'm sure Homika has the reasons, and they're not out of the bracket yet. They just go to loser's bracket, where they're going to have to be taking on Mr. E. So that's going to be a slow-paced game, but it's going to be calculated.